Hello everybody and welcome back to Sky Saga Alpha 9. We are over here on the tutorial island. Today we're going to be talking about timers and Lumostone timers and how to hook those up to the counter that we built last week to get kind of a pseudo timer going on, or a pseudo counting timer I should say. So over here I've got two different instances of timers. One of them is a 2-second timer and the other one is a 1-second timer. And we've got that 1-second timer hooked all the way up over here so that I can actually plumb this directly into the counter that I've got going on over here. So we're just going to quickly run this into here and into there, into the B side. And so now you should see that every second we get an update to our counter and it counts up to 3 and then back down to 0, and it just keeps doing that over and over and over again. So obviously this is quite useful, but at the same time it's also kind of not all that useful because at the moment it just keeps counting over and over and over again. And we would want something that you could put an input into to actually tell it to start counting or to stop the counting. So the way we're going to do that is I'm going to break this out here and I'm going to put down a pressure plate. And we're actually going to run this pressure plate into the AND gate here. And we'll show you this working first, and then I'll go quickly into how to build these things because they're really simple to make, which is quite nice. So here we go. When we step on here, now for the entire time I'm stepped on here, we'll get one pulse through every second, and we will end up with a counter over. Well, we'll end up with a timer over there, a timing counter over there. And obviously this is just the 2-bit version. We can go over there and add this into our 4-bit version and count longer and longer periods, and that is actually what we're going to do right now. So I'm going to step off this pressure plate, I'm going to break this line, I'm going to take the pressure plate over here with us, and we're going to build ourselves a timer to go into this whole huge mess of a system that we built last time. So if you haven't seen that video, I will put an annotation on the screen right about now, and you can click on that and have a look at how we built this thing, because this thing isn't actually too hard to build and it goes together pretty easily. So the actual counter itself, or the timer itself I should say, that's the counter there. So the timer itself, you're going to need 2 AND gates, a couple of NOT gates, and then an input like the pressure plate, and 2 of any of the types of Lumostone delay. Now the thing to note here is we can actually stack these in any order we like. I personally just prefer to put them in 0.5 seconds to 0.5 seconds, but what you need to know is that when you place these things down into the timer setup I'm about to show you, the added time together is what makes the actual time and ticks that this thing will produce. So for example, when you put down 2 0.5 seconds delays, those 2 delays add together and you get a 1-second timer. If you put down 2 10 seconds delays, you get a 20-second timer. When you put down 2 1-second delays, a 2-second timer, and when you put down 2 5-second delays, you get a 10-second timer. So obviously you can, like I said, mix and match these around. So if I put down a 0.5 second delay and a 5-second delay, I'd get a 5.5 second delay. But that's enough about exactly what these things do. So how we put this thing together is, first of all, we're going to need our clock circuits, our delays. So we put down 2 delays. I prefer to put them down just like this. Then what we need is we need a singular NOT gate, just like that. Then we need to connect these things round in a loop. So 0.5 second timer into the NOT gate into the other 0.5 second timer, 0.5 second timer into the final 0.5 second timer. And the minute you do this, this will start flashing and ticking. And right now I'm having a bug where my sounds for Lumostone aren't working, but that is okay. It's still going to work, and it is still working right in front of us. Now we want to we're going to pull our output off of here, but right now we don't actually have anywhere for that output to go. So the first thing we want to do is we actually want to put down an AND gate, because this AND gate is going to be our input gate. So we're going to put down the AND gate about here, and we're going to feed this timer into the A side up here. And then the final thing we want to do is we want to put down our pressure plate somewhere. I'm going to put my pressure plate down on this pad over here that we've been using to run this counter before. So we're going to run our pressure plate into the B side of that same AND gate, because this way, when both the timer and the pressure plate are active at the same time, we get a signal through the AND gate. Now, the final thing is, because of course this is going to provide quite a long pulse, we need to make a rising edge pulse to put into our first latch here. Our first counting section. Now, I can either do this by placing down the NOT gate and the AND gate and build the rising edge pulse as we've done in previous videos, or I can just hook it directly into the rising edge pulse I have here. For the sake of this video, I'm going to go through and do this rising edge pulse again because I quite like these circuits. They're quite a simple, easy little circuit and they're very, very useful. So the more I can do these on camera, the better. So we're going to place down the NOT gate there and the AND gate there. We're going to run the NOT gate into the A side of this AND gate. And we're going to run the output of this AND gate into the NOT gate and also into the B side of this AND gate down here. Now, we're going to now hook this guy into our counting circuit that we've built before. So once again, that is just here into the B side of this guy and of that guy. So that's pretty simple and easy to do. B side there and B side over there. Beautiful. So now everything is set up. We have a little timer circuit over here. We have our input circuit here, and we've input that circuit into our counter. So all going well, we should be able to come over here and have our counter count itself up when we stand on here. So it should count up every second we get. So that's 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 5 seconds, 6 seconds, 7 seconds, and 8 seconds all the way down there. And as you can see, this is where the propagation delay through this circuit starts to become quite apparent, is because it's going to take a little bit of time to update that final circuit piece down there and take off that light down the bottom there. But there you go. So this has been a kind of quick and very easy little tutorial, but that's how you build a little timing circuit just like this. So it's this bit here is really the timing circuit, and the rest of this is just adding this into the counter that we built in the last episode. And of course we can step on here and reset the counter so that we don't have anything in there. Oh, I've fallen out of the world. But yes, so there you go. That is it for this episode and this tutorial. Hope you guys have enjoyed that one, and I will see you in the next video.